All right, some potentially good news for the 49ers draft positioning. The Cowboys win. They upset Baker and the Bucks. That means that Dallas is now 7-8 and the 49ers are 6-9. We'll monitor how the draft positioning works out for the 49ers over these final 2 weeks. Anyway, article up on the San Francisco Standard about the 49ers needing to improve their offensive line. I sound like a broken record. I've been saying that for a few years, although they sporadically have done that, but this offseason, it's going to be a very big deal for them. And here's a look into the 49ers locker room today to hear what some of the players were saying.
We want to get the win. Kind of stress early in the week. Be on the details, and everything else take care of itself. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we just want to get a win.
When Dre went out, what went through your head?
I really didn't know at the time, but then when I seen him limping, I was just like, I just prayed that his Achilles with all the hard work and stuff that he put in to come back.
You had a lot of moving parts in the offensive line. How did it feel out there with different guys going in and out?
It felt like a train reaction. Like one guy went down, and 2 plays later, somebody else go down. Just like, it was like, what's going on? But I hope the injuries ain't bad as it seems. The guys that stepped in, they were just ready for the moment.
Go ahead.
How was Patrick Taylor out there? It was his first
Oh,
start.
he was smooth. He was cool. He always, he's been the same since he got here. Ready for the moment, hard runner, physical runner, and I think he did a good job.
What was the teaching point for Ricky on some of those penalties?
It's just been errors. At the end of the day, it happens. We come with the game. I got all the respect in the world for Ricky. All the hard work he put in. It's just those little simple things. It's like I've been there before too. In his offense with so much terminology and knowing what to listen to and knowing what not to listen to, and it just happened fast. So it's a part of running his offense.
What did it feel like to get back in the end zone, especially the way you did?
It felt good for sure.
Bulldozing some guys.
You've taken Ricky under your wing. Did you have any words for him after those 2 penalties?
I had to wait till as you can see, Hank got on a good bit, and I was a little frustrated at the time, but he come with the game. I went to him. I was like, bro, just next play, bro. I ain't mad at you. We good. We gonna be all right. We'll fix it. Just at the third. Just don't dwell on it. Just move forward.
It was a little weird being in the stadium.
No.
It seems like he still has a good attitude, even though he has
All the time.
Yeah.
He's the energizer in the group. Y'all may think I am, but Ricky got all the energy in the world coming to practice, dancing, moving around, even in the game. Good energy on the sideline, pre-game. It's just him.
Does he keep you young?
Yeah, for sure. I'm still young.
Younger. Thanks,
guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks.
Yeah, those were both on me. I just had to communicate, if that's to my teammate better, the ref better, but yeah, those were definitely both on me. I just got to fix it up and just get better at it.
You did have some completions with Brock. Do you feel like your chemistry is getting better, building it better?
Yeah, for sure. I think, the more that we practice together, the more, we throw to each other, the more the trust is going to continue to get built, and it's going to start way more.
What was the most challenging part about being out there today? You guys had some good plays, but then it was like you kind of stuttered.
Yeah, I think the most challenging part was probably just overcoming the penalties that, we just kind of just kept killing ourselves with, and I think those 2 that you spoke about earlier were, it was really hard for us to come back and, get back on our momentum after that just because we were right there about to score, and, it was pretty tough for us.
What was the mood in the huddle? And you had your chance. You were close, and then obviously the pick happened.
Yeah, for sure. I think, every time we step in the huddle, we just have the same mindset, that we got to go down there and score as offense. And I think all the guys do a good job of having, really good energy each time they step in the huddle. So, the energy never changes, I would say.
I know it looked slim before today even began, but did you guys realize at some point that the Rams and Commanders had won and officially ended the playoff hopes?
No, I didn't really know that. I was just focused on, the game today and trying to win this game. Good.
Thanks.
It had nothing to do with the season. It was just in the moment. I let my emotions get the best of me. I got to be better.
How challenging was it for you guys to have moving parts out there? I mean, Dre was only out there for about a series.
Yeah, next man up. Can't dwell on Dre to win the game. He's coming back battling a tough injury. So, he needs as much as time as we need. But the next man got to be up and be ready.
How did you feel the mood was on the sidelines throughout the game?
It was pretty good. I mean, we felt like we had a chance. We kept pushing and fighting. It didn't turn our way. So we got to be better next week.
This year in general, and just where you guys are right now, what are you feeling? I know it's frustration, but compared to a tough loss like last year to this year, how's the frustration different? I guess.
I ain't frustrated at all. I mean, I want to be in the playoffs, but you know, we had injuries and we lost some games. Some games didn't go our way, and now we just got to get prepared for next year.
Thanks, Steve.
It's super tough. Anytime you lose anybody on the starting five, like it's an adjustment. For me, I mean, I started calling Jake the whole game, so I mean, for me it wasn't crazy, but having Spence come in at left tackle, Ezekiel coming in at left guard, and from what I heard, they did a great job. So hats off to them for coming in and doing their thing. But it's tough because you do want one unit just being out there the whole game because that's how you practice. But it's a reason the O-line was so tight for us because I mean, so anybody can come in and we'll gel with anybody.
What are the vets telling you right now about where you're at in the season, what you're playing for? I mean, obviously this is not how you guys wanted it to be, but what's their message to you then as a rookie?
Just play for the name on your back in the front. Take a lot of pride in this organization. They put a lot into you, so you got to put a lot back into them. So play for pride, play for everything you can, because obviously I think now there's no chance, right?
Yeah, you guys. So you were officially eliminated before the game, so you didn't realize that until.
No, I didn't know that. But so I mean, to me, there was still like a 1% chance. Like play for that. So now it's just play for your brothers, play for each other, play for the name on your back, and the name on the front too.
It seems like that isn't a challenge for you guys because the locker room's so close.
What?
It's not a challenge to play for you.
Oh no! I'll kill for any of these guys. They're doing a great job taking me as like a rookie. They don't do too much like hazing or none of that. Like they don't do none of that. So they've just been real supportive, great mentorship, even from different positions. Like even like Fred would come up to me and talk to me about some things. So I'll play for any of these guys.
You're 16 games in now. How are you feeling? I mean, with this being your first, this is the most football you've played in a year.
Yeah, for sure. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like mentally and physically.
Mentally, probably more tougher than physical. Yeah, I mean, it's a long season, kind of just tedious day in and day out. Just kind of do the same thing every week for how long it's been, like 20, whatever camp started. But I mean, mentally, I prepared for it. I knew coming in there was going to be a long season. So yeah, I'm fine.
All right, thanks, guys.
A lot of moving parts. Yeah, I had Jay Moore go down, and had Aaron Banks go down. Spence and Nick had to come in and replace him, and they did a good job.
How do you feel like the calls that you're getting from Kyle? I mean, you didn't run the ball a ton, but you did have some opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good to get those opportunities in the rain game with the ones that I did get. I wish I would have just played better overall. I did have some good runs, but you always feel like you can do more, especially when we lose. So I'll look at the film on the plane and see what I could have did better.
How did Bobby Turner prepare you for your first start here?
He did a great job preparing me for my first start, especially with going against this type of defense, especially with their exotic pressures, knowing where the pressure was coming from, especially them bringing a lot of cats, making sure I was on top of my protection, making sure I knew my routes and things like that. So Coach T did a great job preparing me for this game.
What happened? There was a play in the first half. That was the one right after your drop where Brock threw. It didn't look like you two were on the same page.
I just didn't get out clean. I tripped getting out. That was the right read for Brock. It was just on me.